And we're live. Yep. Y'all ever see Lily Tomlin back in the 70s and 60s when she would do one ringy dingy, two ringy dingies, playing a telephone operator?
Never seen that. Can't say I've seen it.
But you out there? I have my phone just in case an important hotline call comes through.
You know, I thought about it the other day, and when I made my Oracle cards, that's what it is on one of the cards. Is two people with the tin can.
They look like balloon heads.
A Trump phone. There's a Trump phone.
What's the Oracle card for?
It's called Hey Girl Hey.
Hey girl, hey.
And it's for teaching gossip, email, text, and social media.
That's very petty boots. Hey girl, hey.
It is. Here's my phone.
Liquid death.
Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Got any extra Johnny bucks?
I do.
What you got in your bra, Johnny? Dig them out of your bra.
It's in reverse.
With those Kit Kats you keep in there.
Still got your box of stolen Kit Kats?
I do. I think it might just be one missing.
Well, what we got going on? Anybody got announcements?
Well, since we were talking about birthdays just now, mine is coming up next Sunday, so I will be live on Saturday. It's on the 24th, so I'll be live on the 23rd. If you want to come out and join, when? I don't know. But I just thought I'd tell you since we were talking about birthdays just now.
Johnny's going to be a whole 27 years old.
27 and a half. Learn your numbers. Thank you.
27 and a half.
You're not even 29 yet.
Oh, man. Johnny, I broke down and I bought the Ninja Crispy Pro.
Of course you do. You were supposed to.
I liked it. I used it last night. I made on the top I made carne asada, and then on the bottom I made potatoes.
Oh, and yeah. Did it get the meat dripping?
It was good. It was good. And then tonight, because the freaking TikTok keeps getting me. I saw this seasoning. I forget who it's by, but I bought it. It's called cowboy butter. And so I used it to season my chicken that I'm going to have tonight in the air fryer. And it smells really good, like super good. I was like, oh, Lord.
It's full of
I don't even know what's in it, but it smells good.
Goodness.
It's called cowboy butter.
Mm-hmm.
We're on Becca's channel next Sunday, but Johnny will be live for his birthday Saturday night. So I asked him if he could go live after 6 p.m. Central Time so I can watch. Because I work on Saturdays doing readings.
I can try. I really can. It's just when the mood hits, you just hit the live button type of things. But since we were talking about my birthday, I got this shirt. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Maria. And thank you, Tracy. It says currently not accepting feedback. I have another one that says do not pet because, I don't like people touching me. And there's another one coming. It's not here yet. Also, thank you to Lori who gave me a whole box of goodies. I ate meat and cheese and crackers and all kinds of things earlier today. So I'm a happy camper. Since we were talking about my birthday, I thought I'd bring it up.
That's awesome. Yeah, Lori was gonna try to join us tonight, but she's getting storms.
Did you get another one? Is that another?
That's
Is
the
that a
same
new?
one.
Huh?
Oh, that's the birthday one.
That's the same one.
That's the same one I got you? Does it still smell like cupcakes?
It does.
I can't believe that.
Mm-hmm. She got me these two.
Oh, you get
That means I gotta send you another one. So you can have a whole entire collection of
full of bears.
Of Care Bears. I'll send you another one for your birthday.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. I saw Mom in the chat. Hope everything's well, Mom.
So I'm seeing some of y'all are getting those storms. There's bad storms going through Michigan. I am addicted now to Ryan Hall, y'all, because a lot of times when we're getting storms, you lose power, or your satellite dish goes out or whatever, and you can't see the local news to see what's going on. So Ryan Hall, y'all, he calls tornado warnings before the National Weather Service does. He's like, there's going to be one for this county in this state, blah, blah, blah. And then like 2 minutes later, there's a national weather alert. So anybody that's in the sketchy weather, watch Ryan Hall, y'all. He's awesome. He's got the what do you call it? The chasers out there that get great videos.
Johnny, are you going to make yourself a cake for your birthday, or are you going to buy one? You should try to make it like I did, and
here's the thing:
have a kitchen disaster.
Get you a little easy bake oven and make a small one.
Yesterday, I said, because mind you, when you have a craving for something, if you don't go get it, you're going to have it forever. I've been wanting a pizza and a cake, right? I didn't get the pizza because it was ridiculous. Well, I don't want to pay $40 for one pizza, but I still want it. But I wanted a cake. There is no bakery. There's no cake. There's a European bakery over here, but I have Southern palate and they don't match. So I tried it and didn't like it. So I still need a cake. So I went down the street. I said, I'll get a donut. That's the closest thing I can get because there's a donut store down here, but it's no bakery down here. And the grocery store bakery, sucks fish water. So I'm like, okay, let me go and get a donut. Go down there. They're closed and they don't open till 6 p.m.
6 p.m.?
Yes.
For a donut?
6 p.m. Because mind you, they stay open until 2. And I think that's because all the weed heads is out on Saturday night and they go to the donut store. And I'm like, okay, well, so I walked to the mall to see what was in there and nothing. And then I just went to Bath and Body Works and used all my coupons and went home sad and dejected. So
I've never heard of a donut shop opening up at 6
p.m. on Saturday only, because of why I don't know.
That's so weird, because all the ones around here, like the mom and pop donut shops, those open up like, I'm telling you, like at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, they open at 6 a.m. every other day. Just that one day at 6 p.m. Mm-hmm. The day I wanted to go in there. And there's a Voodoo Donuts, but Voodoo Donuts is nasty. So I didn't go in there.
Yeah, the mom and pops are open by 5 and they're closed right before noon. And then the Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts, that's like, chain stores. So they're open all the time. Like I can go at 9 o'clock at night and get a damn donut if I wanted to.
They open at 6 and don't close until midnight. And then on that one day, they open at 6 p.m. and close at 2 a.m.
That's weird. I've never heard of a donut shop opening up at 6. Mm-hmm. It's like backwards, but you know what? Donuts make good dessert too. So
I want a cake.
You want a cake?
I want my cake.
Are you going to go to a bakery or to the grocery store?
There's no bakery over here, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
I can't buy like a whole cake because it just goes to waste. I don't. It's like I get to craving cake, and then after a couple of pieces, I'm done. It's like, okay, I had my cake. I'm good for a year.
You can go to Johnny. You can go to the Costco and get one of those like 80-pound freaking cakes, dude. At the Costco.
Yeah. Have missing posters all over the neighborhood. Where's Johnny? He fell in the cake. He's still in there.
I can get a pie and I will eat it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I will eat a whole pie by myself, but
Oh yeah.
cake I can't seem to use up. Get you a key lime pie, Johnny.
No, I want a cake. I mean, I like the key lime pie, but I have a craving for cake.
Kit Kat cake. I bet you there's a video of somebody making a Kit Kat cake.
There is.
on
I've seen it
YouTube.
before. It looks way too sweet, but yes, you put the Kit Kats on top or interspersed and all the.
I bet you could make it in the air fryer.
I don't want to make anything. I want to
just
go
wanna buy it
and
and eat it.
yes, I work so other people can make things.
What's that song Andy McDowell sings in the movie Michael? Pie, pie, me oh my. I can't remember how it goes. That's my theme song. I love pie. Well, if anyone would like a reading with me, I have openings. I think I've got a couple at the end of May, and then going into June, JinlinTarot.com. Hello, Roro. Let's start petty. Trump apparently has left a letter in the Resolute desk drawer for J.D. Vance called the If I Die letter. If I die, like if I'm unalived or I natural causes, whatever, if I'm gone.
It can't happen soon enough, I'll tell you that.
What's in his If I Die letter? Is it all about memorializing him or laying in state? Maybe he's got a phobia about people looking at his dead body. It already looks dead, so what's the difference? The only one that looks more dead is Mitch McConnell. What's in his letter to J.D. Vance? They're gonna plop him on the first hole in Bedminster. Don't put me next to Ivanka or Ivana.
Lord. It's basically like telling them what to say. Here's what you do. Make me out to be the hero. There's something unfinished. Finish it this way. I had to pull twice because the first time I pulled, it said that there might be an accident in the family with the 10 of Pentacles and the Tower type of deal. But the second time, it's all about what to say and try to make them look like the emperor and the king and all that type of thing.
Memorialize him positively. I get it's all about Trump. It's all about him. And he's so smug and so immature that he thinks everybody's going to be burdened by grief when he goes, when it's his time. And he's saying, okay, it's your job now, but he's also saying, don't let them investigate me. Don't let them look into my secrets. Don't ruin my reputation, basically. It's all erratic. I don't know what this is, but he's even trying to steal something in death.
Mm-hmm.
He's still grifting in death. Like he's going to have little miniature tombstones with his name on it. I don't know what it is. He's going to be grifting something in death even. What you getting, Becca?
Oh, you're muted.
I said, I don't know why it's showing up backwards on the screen because it starts here, but it's showing at the end of the line. So it's showing up backwards for some reason. I don't know. But
I see bouquet house, cross, heart, and ring.
Oh, okay. Because on my screen, it shows as the first one, this.
Oh, okay. No, it shows right.
Oh, you can change that in your settings on StreamYard, Becca. Take the mirror off.
Let me see.
Or put the mirror on.
Anyways, the instructions, pardon his family because they took bribes and did stuff that was of not necessarily money, but stuff of high value. So pardon the family. And there's something in the actual residence that he wants with him. And instructions for his memorialization.
Something he wants put in the coffin with him.
Well, no, it's not.
He's going to take documents to his grave.
It's not saying putting stuff in his grave with him. At all. He wants the family pardoned for bribes and other stuff that he did. And there's a passion project too that he wants promised for it to continue.
Oh, like his memorial arch.
Or whatever the hell, but yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Why is he so, I can guess, but why is he so concerned about death? Now, we out here read on his health and Barry and things of that nature, but from his standpoint, why is he so concerned?
Why is he concerned about death?
Yes.
Like, has he been told he has only a few months to go? I was surprised he went to China because when you fly, your feet swell, and that's a long flight. That's a 20-hour flight over to China. Well, probably quicker for him because he doesn't have connecting flights, but your feet swell. And I'm like, I was on a plane where somebody had a heart attack and died over the Pacific. I was really surprised that he traveled because that's dangerous when you're in his kind of health condition.
Death on the bottom. 4 swords flew out. There it is again. I think he's worried about the afterlife.
Deb says, don't let RFK Jr. cut off my PP because you know how RFK cut the one off a raccoon. Don't let him cut off my little mushroom. Is it the afterlife or is it the?
Well, I get judgment. That's the afterlife. He's worried. Well, he's worried about his mortality here now, but because that's on the bottom, and that flew out. So he is I don't know, he can feel himself winding down, but I think so, but he's worried about the afterlife.
He's really emotional about it.
Tell Satan I said hi when you get there.
Yeah, last night on SNL, they had the ghost of Epstein talking to Trump, and Trump was asking him, miss you, buddy, everything, how's heaven? It's really a lot hotter than I thought it would be. What you getting, Becca?
Well, that shows up.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows he's aware that he is seriously ill and it could happen suddenly, that his condition is chronic. So there's no magic pill, there's no injection. The stuff, they're basically embalming him at this point. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like all the injections and infusions and stuff that he's getting, it's not a long-term solution. So he knows that this can happen suddenly. This is like the tower card. It just happens. Like an accident, a break, a stroke, something. And it's chronic. He's also concerned about reports that signal that he was a target of abuse and how that's going to get out and be so incredibly widespread. So with this, I would say that he has knowledge that he's very ill, that it could happen very quickly. And even though he'll be back to the mud with this card, there's a report about abuse and sex that is widespread, or that he was providing guidance on in some way, shape, or form, if that makes sense.
Afraid that whole Epstein report's going to come out.
Mm-hmm.
He's worried about that his reputation will be tarnished, that supporters won't come, supporters won't celebrate him.
Well, they're not celebrating him now.
Yeah, they're already leaving him. And he's worried about everything that they'll look into. And I think he's had a lot of tests on his heart circulatory, and he knows he's going soon. This is another heart circulatory issue for me.
I mean, Barry, come on now. Barry, you could be the hero of ages. Seriously.
Barry. So, does Trump feel...
Jen, I have a question for you real quick. Do you have data centers on your questions for tonight?
Yes, I do.
Because Tucker Carlson just interviewed that guy that's putting all of the data centers in Utah. And he straight up asked him, well, why are the taxpayers paying for this? That was crazy. That I was like, oh my God.
But, I mean, all of them, no matter if it's Musk or...
No, it's that one guy in
or
Utah.
Facebook or the guy in Utah. Yeah. It's like they're all putting it on the taxpayers. Well, let's go there before we get into Trump's China trip. Will data centers be either stopped or slowed down? Are we going to see some controls put over it? Like they were building one here in Illinois, and Pritzker put a hold on it because they're saying they're not going to use all the water, but they haven't shown the plans of how they're getting around it. So will there be more controls put around data centers? Because nobody wants them.
I'm going to say yes, but they are right now being the kings and queens of loopholes, because even Ron DeSantis just signed a bill saying putting the moratorium on data centers. But what happens is there's some little city somewhere, and then there's a town council, and they have a meeting, and they say, yeah, go ahead. Whatever the governor said, ignore it. But here with the world card, there is a completion, but a bigger picture. people are looking back to see what kind of damage that they do, because the King of Swords can represent logistics for me. Then there's the Ten of Swords and the Page of Wands, so they will be stopped in various locations, but it's more of a burden than it is a complete ending. They will find a way to do something somewhere, some way, somehow, because you just have to grease the right palms. But there are people standing in the way with the Ten of Swords, and so it won't be easy. They won't pop up as often or quick as they could, but I don't think they'll stop altogether.
You know what? I just read an article, Johnny, that I think I bookmarked it, but it was saying that the data centers, all that stuff that they're putting inside, that has to be refurbished every 3 to 4 years. Every 3 to 4 years. And then in Nevada, the power company came out and told all 50,000 of its customers, oh, you're going to have to find somebody else because all of your energy needs to go to the data center.
Needs to go there. I've seen that.
You seen that?
There's,
Talk about,
they look,
there's nobody else to provide electricity.
Yeah.
well, they
There's
look like
nobody
giant
else. There's
warehouses.
people.
There's
Go
no
ahead.
reason why they couldn't put solar panels all over the roofs of those things to help.
It's incredible. It is absolutely like, and I hate to say, because we're in the freaking upside down, that Tucker Carlson, the most despicable person on the face of this planet, sat down and interviewed that guy and was like, why are you putting the financial burden on the taxpayers? You should be paying for that. You know, I mean, it was incredible. I was like, oh my God. What did you get, Jeremy? You want me to go? Or
Yeah, go ahead and go.
bad decisions with the data centers, not having the votes, not having the support, choices and alternatives that bring serious problems. If this is the oligarchs, there's bankruptcy here. Bankruptcy and also loss of resources and power. Not power as in your electricity and not power as in your internet and stuff, but power, the ability to control something.
That's going to be.
It shows a stoppage, but there's still a little bit going on. So maybe it won't be, because this is an action card here, and it gets stopped here and it gets stopped here. See what I'm saying? So maybe there's something that pushes back, you know? It could come down to, with these three mirrors, with the elections, midterms, and gaining control, gaining power to put a stop to this. But with these three, the crossroads, the bear, and the clover, that's leaning more towards elections, because right now this is headed to catastrophe. But eventually they lose some power and some control. They're still in operations, but not at such a huge scale, if that makes sense. So, and it's if this is investments, it's a bad investment.
Yeah.
Investments that end or come to a close, you lose it. You know, so
We're going to look at that next. So, America doesn't want this. America does not want it. And the constriction on power and everything, they're stealing from Americans. Nobody wants this. So I get in the future, you know, when we have new people in the House, there will be a fix for this. Looking at other options, you know, all these oligarchs with the money and all their little partnerships, because they're helping each other out in investing in each other, they're all going to be out in the cold on this. So
but the thing
here's my next question. Hang on a sec. Here's my next question, because there's an AI bubble. They're all circle investing in each other to make it look like they're profitable. They're not profitable. They won't be profitable till after 2030 at the earliest.
And that reading just showed a loss of investments, like bankruptcy. Yeah.
If they crash, you know, it could screw up our whole economy, because like really the stock market is not doing that well. The only thing that's doing well is AI.
It's the AI bubble. That's
yeah.
Everybody's predicting that it's going to burst.
Are we
and
going
then what's
to
going to
see?
happen? we're
Are we
gonna.
going to see the AI bubble burst this year? Like before the election? Because I think we're getting close. The stock market was already getting a little volatile Friday, I think it was.
If not, soon thereafter. The Ace of Cups, first card, so there's a confirmation. Yes, the Six of Cups, reminiscent. So this is something we've seen before when things are artificially pumped up and made to look more profitable than they are. They can't help but crash. The Wheel of Fortune. This can also, with the Wheel of Fortune, it can be predicted. The Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of life, and so you can see, like in your astrology chart, you can see where things are and blah blah blah. So this can be predicted. So I think if a person looked hard enough, they could see, get a time frame, like a March through August type of time frame of when it would happen. Temperance, the Chariot, and the Five of Swords. There is defeat, and you'll see a bunch of people coming out talking about what we need to do to save this and who we need to blame and that.
Bailouts.
Yes.
Asking for bailouts.
So we'll have that. Someone might get arrested too. So there's that.
I'm just saying, because they're putting these billionaires that want to see a 40 to 50% unemployment rate worldwide are putting in data centers on the backs of taxpayers. And when that bubble breaks, you think people are going to stand up, are going to lay down when they say, "Oh, taxpayers, we need you to bail out the people that were trying to screw you"? No, it's going to be pitchforks. And I'm surprised people haven't started burning down data centers just yet. I'm waiting for that to happen, because they did it to the warehouses. I'm waiting for them to start doing it to data centers. So will it happen this year? I got to know. I get a lot of losses and a lot of smoke, a lot of chaos around it, but it's still being marketed. It's still being propped up, ballooned, satellited, if that makes sense. But I don't see it bursting this year, if I'm interpreting this correctly. So.
I get they're kind of hanging on by their fingernails. It's kind of a 50-50 if it'll happen before or after the elections, but I think something is happening soon. So maybe after the new Congress is sworn in or something, like a little bit of a delay before the bubble bursts. Maybe 2 months after the election, so that would put us in January when new Congress is in. They're going to be talking to all their partners and longtime friends and everything, but they're going to have to abandon some of these. The market can't take it. The fortunes are changing. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
I mean, who thinks that these data centers are just there for you to use Chat GPT? They're not. They're using it. I told you guys what they were doing with the dynamic pricing at Walmart, where you see the price, and then when you go to check out, you get charged differently based on the data that they gathered from you. So it's not just for Chat GPT. The mass layoffs everywhere to use AI. It's bad.
Yeah,
it's bad.
But I think the oligarchs, they're propped up right now by Trump, but they're feeling the impact of people are not supporting their businesses. I guarantee you, there's a lot less customers buying on Amazon than there used to be.
Mm-hmm. And it just doesn't make sense. Like, all these oligarchs and these tech bros started building a bunch of underground bunkers. You guys heard about that, right?
Yeah.
And then they started pushing and it's like, is that the world you want to live in, where you've decimated everything and you've left a complete entire civilization starved, living on a planet that there's no resources, so you're going to go hide underground? Who do you think is going to grow your food?
They put all their eggs in one basket with AI.
It's like these people are not smart. They're
not
smart. There is no sense of self-preservation at all. Because who's going to get your food? And do you think that cook isn't going to slip something in your food? you know what I mean? Like,
I was watching a video the other day, and pardon me, I can't remember the lady's name, but she made some very valid points. It's like, we, the taxpayers, have paid NASA to come up with all, the research and everything for space travel and all of that. And then now, like, all the information that our scientists learned and how to do it, now they're letting, Bezos and Musk and everything do it, the private sector. Those guys didn't invent it.
No.
They're taking technology that NASA, our taxpayer dollars, paid for, and they're letting them use it as subcontractors. So
yeah, and the thing is, when everybody started propping up Elon Musk years ago, oh, he's a genius. No, he's not. He bought the technology off some guy. He didn't invent electric vehicles. He bought lowballed the guy and stole the freaking information and patented it. Like he hasn't created anything.
Turmoil.
So, you've seen the stuff on all the unalived and missing scientists?
Yes.
Like over a dozen. A bunch of them, not all of them, a bunch of them were doing research on anti-gravity, which is huge. It costs millions of dollars to send 1 gallon of water to space. Millions, because the thrust you need to get 1 gallon of water off the ground, is unbelievable to break through our atmosphere and defy gravity, right? So that would be the next huge billionaire profit thing if they figure out how to control gravity and defy gravity, right? Anti-gravity stuff.
To get a ship in space with no thrusters and no fire,
right.
No water, just fly. Spaceship,
just
basically.
For pharmaceuticals, because there's some things they have to do in space. Thank you, Cindy. So I just in general, these scientists that are missing, are they being taken out by oligarchs who are aware of what they were working on?
Eureka with the light bulb that flew out. I got the 9 of Pentacles. That's something very expensive and a lot of money. There's the Devil, which is corruption. There's the Magician, skill, power, talent. The 5 of Wands, which is conflict. And then the Ace of Pentacles, the investment that they would put in or the opportunity. So it's like something was being created with the 9 of Pentacles, very expensive, but it was followed by the Devil. Whatever it is, it's still in its beginning stages, if you can call it that, with the Magician, but somebody was creating something. And then there's the 5 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. It's in conflict, though, with whatever this is. The Ace of Pentacles is a thing or an opportunity, but it's something physical.
Because we have all their research, all these scientists. We have all their research.
Now
who's gonna use it? The oligarchs probably. Thank you, Mara. So is that a yes, Johnny?
I would say yes.
or they at least got
Or
something to do
someone.
with it.
Whoever the devil is, because the devil is the devil, and they were creating something that's in conflict with whatever else that they have.
Yeah, there's definitely conflict going on here. I get greedy bosses. They got their little lifestyle they want to maintain, and they're manipulating something, and
Got all the same cards.
looking at the research. So they're partnering together to burden people to kick them out, so they're not there. Moving forward, making all the money, harvesting, all the research. Take them out, take them out, take them out. I'm going to say yes. Did you pull on that, Becca?
No, I had to go get something, so I stepped away.
Okay. That might be something to do a deeper dive on your birthday, Johnny. So Trump goes off to China. I can't even say it like he said China.
I didn't see it, but I saw the takes where he was telling Xi Jinping that Americans love Chinese food. It's like, oh my God.
He's just so stupid.
He's
And
just,
she told him America is failing.
Yeah.
He's like, dude,
Yeah, and he's like, oh, he was talking about Biden. Oh,
Yeah.
But I wish he was. That means Biden would be president.
So
I thought you were going to fix everything on day one. We're on day, 150 something now? What happened, Mr. Day One? I'll fix it.
Dog, I can't stand
So it's like he doesn't even understand when he's being dissed. She would not meet him at the airport. So I want to know, does he understand that he was dissed by she?
that he's the loser in this case.
Oh my God. What a
she's
freaking embarrassment, man. Like, I'm getting secondhand embarrassment.
Chinese
Well,
food.
when they were interviewing people in China on the streets, that news people interviewing him, they're like, "Oh, he's so stupid!" Like,
That's why MAGA loves him. He's the stupid people's genius. You know.
Nine of Swords, Queen of Cups. His mind is on his image, trying to be pretty, trying to be shiny. He wants to be the center of attention. This is not him going to meet she. This is him going to China and she meeting him type of thing. Seven of Cups, no. He's in the cloud. And then the Five of Pentacles, he is out in the gold, though, because people don't really care for him and they all see him. The cult doesn't see him, but all the world leaders see him. Even Vladimir Putin, who just uses the man, knows he's stupid. So,
Dude, King Charles played it in his face when he gave him the bell tower.
it didn't even matter.
And I didn't get it until somebody pointed out, and I had to look it up, and I was like, oh. But this is what happens when you govern by bullshit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You just end up eating it yourself.
what'd you get, Becca?
Does he recognize it? No. Here's the visitor. He's just looking at the publicity stunt and the adoration that he can get. That's it. Completely over his head. You could spell it out for him with crayons and pictures. Don't use letters because he can't read. Yeah. And he still wouldn't get it. He's still like
Trump, he dissed you.
He doesn't get it. Everything for him is about public adoration. He doesn't get it. And you know what? There's like a tiny minuscule part of me that kind of feels bad, because how stupid do you have to be the global laughingstock and everybody gets it but you? You know?
He went over there to make money, so he takes all these oligarchs with him. If they make deals, then he's getting kickbacks. He went over there to make money. He's trapped in a loop in his own head, right? he spins it around the way he wants to think about it, which is, I'm the greatest thing since sliced cheese. You know, I'm a global leader. He knows he can spin it any way that he wants to. So he feels very secure in, you know, that he can lie about anything that comes up. But we all see he's a loser. The illumination on a global stage that he's a loser. Will he get it when his polls drop even further? He's in the 20s now on his polls.
No, he doesn't get it. He doesn't. He's incapable of it getting into his head.
He is currently not accepting feedback.
And as he says, he doesn't care about average Joe Schmo. He doesn't care about us.
No.
That's
He's
not
not
his agenda.
concerned. He's not concerned in the slightest.
And why should he be?
Hey, exactly. Listen. That man, when he was on his campaign trail, that was the first time he ever stepped foot in a grocery store. Do you think that man has ever pumped his own gas? No. He doesn't care.
He can't
And
even
the
heat
people he
nothing up.
surrounds himself with don't care either.
Mhm.
All these oligarchs trying to get their foot in China, they don't get it. They're not letting you in.
Mm-mm.
They don't let you in.
And what kind of message does that? China is not stupid. They are patient, they are calculating, they are strategic. On what planet did anybody in that administration or in the Republican Party think that it would be a good idea for the lead mob boss to show up with his gang of billionaire criminals to show up at a foreign country? What message does that send? We're ready to piece part out the country to benefit us.
His
It's
little
so
Adolf
ridiculous.
Jr., you know, I was cracking up when she's walking down the line. He's shaking everybody's hands. And he sat there and stared at Stephen Miller. He like shook his hand, but he just kept staring. And Stephen's like, "What? Why is he looking at me?" Like long
Who was
pause,
staring at
him.
Stephen Miller?
He,
Who?
so,
President Xi.
President
President
Xi.
Xi.
So
I wish he would have ripped his freaking head off like some samurai ninja
Right.
shit, you know?
I want to know what he was thinking when he was looking at Stephen Miller in his
Looking into the eyes of a demon from the ninth circle of hell.
and he had kind of a smirk on his face while he's just sitting there like looking at him. Like, you know, oh my god. This
Xi
guy.
Jinping is not an idiot, dude. He can
No.
run circles around every single one of those clowns all day, every day.
Ooh, what is it?
Uh-oh. What you getting, Johnny?
The first card was the 10 of swords and then the 6 of swords. I don't know what that means. Get this creature out of my country type of thing.
You know what would have been funny? If Xi Jinping had his own equivalent of ICE and rounded all those people up and threw them in prison. We don't allow terrorists in our country. That would have been gold.
He didn't want him there. I'll say it that way. The 10 of swords is ruin and loss and backstabbery, and then the 6 of swords is escape and transitions, things of that nature. 7 of cups. He's not quite sure what to make of him completely. He has an idea, but because mind you, it would be different if Stephen Miller was a member of his administration we barely know. Like a Susie Wiles type of thing, where you have to go some deep dive Googling, but he is everywhere and you know exactly who he is. And so that's not the kind of person. Xi Jinping is not the greatest person in the world either, but he's not Stephen Miller. And so he doesn't know what quite to make of him, and he wants him out of his country.
Isn't it terrible when this entire administration has us rooting for the other dictators?
Yes.
Isn't that bad? It's like we have the cartoonish idiot supervillains. Like, why can't we get smart ones like you guys? You know, like,
where's Thanos with the snap?
what's happening?
Oh my God!
What you getting, Becca?
What was he thinking? This man is a target, some way, shape, or form. Some way, shape, or form. A racist. Targeting racist with immigrants leaving and returning. And he's doing it all for his own opportunistic things, but he recognizes that Miller gets satisfaction with his racism.
He gets off on it.
He gets off on it. And that this person is extremely cruel, but it's not something he can't handle. You know what I mean? So in his head, that little smirk, I see you. I see you for the cruel little piece of shit that you are. And you're nothing because I got your number. Sort of thing. You know? So, yeah.
I think he knows too. I think he's had some inside information that Miller's time is almost up. To Johnny's point, he wanted him out of his country. He's gotten a lot of attention by clinging to Trump's coattails. He thinks of him as bad news, but he's had some kind of gossip about him.
And not just gossip. Stephen Miller also been advising them on tariffs and trade with China? And he's a racist SOB.
Yeah.
You know,
but
so
he's had gossip about him. I don't know. He might suspect he wears dresses. I got all these women. He might suspect he wears dresses.
I got 2 women in my read too.
But I get, he looks at him as being, a sacrifice that when he returns, he's not going to be there long. That he'll ultimately end up in jail when someone else has Trump's job. He'll end up in jail in the courts.
And you know what, though? To be fair, and this is not something I take pleasure in, but what country doesn't have dirt on these clowns? They're inviting journalists to top secret meetings on Signal. So how careless have they been with everything else? So I'm not surprised.
It was just really funny because there's a long line of people he's going down shaking hands, right? It was just really funny that he singled out Stephen Miller.
Stephen Miller is the definition of coward. He is the definition of a coward.
Mm-hmm.
So what was Stephen Miller thinking when he got kind of singled out that way and smirked at? Like, if I saw Stephen Miller, I'd laugh in his face. I'd be like, dude, you're toast. You're just a nasty asshole. What did Stephen Miller think when he got singled out? Because behind she was Trump watching this, right? Like right in front of Trump. He's pausing in front of Stephen Miller.
It was upsetting. It was jarring as well, whatever the tower would bring. The tower is not necessarily just an explosion of things. It can cause anxiety too, because you may be waiting for something to fall or waiting for the next shoe to drop or something, because you can start to see when that thing is wavering in the wind type of thing.
It's an earthquake.
And then there is some sort of, I gotta escape, I gotta get out of here, I gotta move away from him, I gotta something. It was uneasy for him.
I'm surprised I didn't get the "oh crap, I'm shitting my pants" card.
Well, that's what that one is for me. So
oh, so you got that he was shitting his pants?
He's shitting his pants. He is totally shitting his pants.
Well, he was all shook. Okay.
What else did you get besides the tower, Johnny?
I got the tower, the Six of Swords, the Chariot, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. And no one helped him, is what he felt too.
Recognize these? These came from the previous spread too. And y'all saw me shuffle. Y'all saw me shuffle. So now that the shoe's on the other foot, what was Stephen Miller thinking? What are my alternatives in this conflict? Because let me remind you, China doesn't need the Strait of Hormuz to get their oil. They can go through a train. They can take the train and go straight into Iran and get the oil. So he's thinking, what are the alternatives to this conflict? What can I say to smooth things over? He is completely out of his element. Completely out of his element, and it's around the conflict that's happening right here. And this is a lot of sorrow. All the shit that Trump and Netanyahu stirred up with no clear way on how to get out. None. This clouds everything. You can't see your way through. Do you see what I'm saying? He doesn't see an easy path out of this conflict to smooth things over. Because after all this is said and done, the conflict in Iran, China's going to end up in a way better position than the U.S. They're already in a better position than the U.S. So this man is completely out of his element with no way to figure out how to get out of it. So that's what he was thinking, and uncomfortable, very uncomfortable with the situation.
I think he feels like he was lucky to get out of there alive and not arrested or something. I think he thinks his job is being shaken up. He's going erratic in 100 directions at once. He felt foolish. He's like, I've got big problems. This is the end. This is the end. He felt bullied. He felt anxious. Good for you. Good for you.
This is the equivalent of a first grader that's a little POS going into, I don't know, the 4th year at university for advanced mathematics. That's how out of their element the entire administration is. None of those people had any idea what they're doing and how to get out of it.
They might as well have taken their little 21-year-old Doge guys with them. Yes. I mean, they're so incompetent. It's not funny.
It's incredible. It's incredible. And the arrogance to not even recognize their own incompetence and how outplayed they are. It's really sad.
So you take all these guys over there, Elon Musk, Trump, Eric, I Eat Paste, and all these oligarchs and everybody. Were there a whole bunch of drugs on the Air Force One?
That's what I'm saying, dude. China should have just arrested all those people.
They should have raided Air Force One and just arrested them all.
They should have arrested all those people. They were smuggling drugs into the country.
They don't like drug smuggling in China. That's a big no-no. They don't like mules, and that whole airplane was full of mules.
Just the message that it sends. The message that it sends when you bring people that are only interested in their own pockets, and you're going there to talk about what? It just sends. But they're so dense they don't get it. Like we'll sell everybody out for ourselves. You don't have to worry.
Is water wet?
I don't know if the whole plane was full, but somebody on there was high as a kite with no string. So I don't know exactly who, but somebody was. The Knight of Pentacles, Five of Swords. It wasn't everybody. I think it was a person, one person in particularly. The Fool and the Temperance and the Death. Their sobriety is not it's not a thing at all, and they did something that was very foolish. They got high before and they got high during. Did Elon go?
Yes.
They're saying yes, and
it was probably him.
They're saying in the chat that Elon was there, and he visibly looked higher than a kite.
Then it was him, because this is like a person who would dose type of thing, like they microdose or something like that.
Marco Rubio sounds hi to me every time I hear him now, and he went. They're all. Don Jr. wasn't there. Eric was there.
I get pharmaceuticals. If anything, they had pharmaceuticals. So
pills,
I don't know.
Pills, lots and lots of pills, enough to take out an elephant. Very foolish, very stupid, and I get the government was watching them. So, I mean, they're staying in a hotel overnight. It's not like they can keep going back to Air Force One to dose up again. So they're taking it with them.
It's unfortunate that China didn't freaking raid them and arrest them.
I'm really surprised that they let them go without doing something.
Or I don't know. I mean, if you wanted to be real dirty, you could have just switched out their drugs for something toxic. They wouldn't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. They overdosed. Shouldn't have brought those drugs here with them.
So did any of these oligarchs that went with them, because there were like 9 of them, or I can't even remember who all went with them, did any of them get some under-table deals? Because Trump wasn't getting deals for them. Did any of them make any headway in getting deals?
Okay, I'm going to stop there then. Tower and the Three of Swords, I'm going to say no. This is not their home turf, and this is not something that anybody wanted, I suppose. There may have been an assumption that they would, though, because the Three of Swords is a heartbreak or a betrayal of some kind. So there may be an enticement, but it didn't fall through, according to those 2 cards. So.
I get a no too. I get, Trump caused them to be blocked. In secret, they may try to do something new via Russia, like go through Russia to talk to China. But, no, they don't want you. You guys are problems.
I get that the oligarchs were trying to negotiate energy with China. Because like I said, China doesn't need the Strait of Hormuz. They can just take the train. So here's the oligarch, the resources, the power, the control, negotiating energy. Were there deals made? I don't know, but it's looking like they were talking about energy. So
why didn't Melania go?
She got her wings clipped. A fully depreciated woman.
You'll never get over that, will you? A fully depreciated.
He didn't even pick her. Somebody else picked her. That a mess. Where did she go?
Because his other wife went, Elon.
I have this meme. I'm going to use it one day. It's Elon over here and Trump over here, and it says Alien versus Predator. Oh, Lord. So he need to go.
Did he not even take his little press secretary girl that helps him tweet and stuff in the middle of the night? His little girlfriend?
Well, she didn't need to go, I guess, because I got the Page of Swords, Six of Swords. She was told no, or told didn't need to, or whatever it is. I don't get anything salacious.
I get she controls when she's alone with him. and this has been going on for a while. So she controls that. She's like, you and your guys going over there? Nope, not going. It's going to be bad news. This isn't going to be good. What you getting, Becca?
She's suspicious of visiting because of the betrayals and the lies, so she just stayed home. Suspicious, visiting, lies, betrayals, home, and there. So she knew the meeting was going to go sideways. I mean, come on, she's been married to that doofus for how long?
That loser who can't turn a dime.
You know what I mean? Like the only thing he's ever been successful at in his life is being a freaking con man. That's
and
it.
A pedophile.
A con man and a pedophile. That's it.
I got to show you this card. Okay. This is called the Garbage Pail Kids. And there's a bleach blonde, bad build, butch body in here. So I thought I'd show you in
MTG.
Lord.
Thank you, Abigail. He's going after Boebert now because Boebert is
really.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
he's going after the bimbo.
Mm-hmm.
He's MTG and Boebert. MTG's gone, but he's trying to get somebody to primary Boebert. He's like, she moved to a different district because she couldn't win that one. I gotta go here. Mitch McConnell, the Grim Reaper, the sitting in a hearing that he's trying to chair or whatever, and his assistant keeps having to tell him what to say. The guy is out of it, completely out of it. No memory, doesn't know why he's sitting there. Is the Grim Reaper coming for him this year? Because he looks bad. Yeah, Boebert was campaigning for Massey. That pissed Trump off. What was that ancient turtle that passed away? Diego? In California, the ancient 150-year-old. That's what McConnell looks like. They're wheeling him in, wheeling him out, and having to tell him what to say, and he's like,
Listen, I just asked my card straight up: is he going to die this year? All right. There's no reason to sugarcoat it. Scythe, mice, and heart is going to be. There's a sudden loss, and it's in the heart. So, hopefully, he drops dead during one of the Senate hearings or when he glitches out at the podium, like. But that's just me wishful thinking because I despise that man. I despise him something fierce, with the heat of a million suns.
There is, in the tableaus that I was doing, an important political figure that doesn't quite make it. I don't know who it is, though, because, the cards don't have names at the bottom. But I asked would he make it to the end of the year. I got the Ace of Cups and the King of Wands. There is a possibility, but it is contingent upon rest. And like if he retired and was just under care, then he could last a little longer because I get the Temperance. He needs some consoling, he needs some help type of thing. But if he wants to continue the way he is, just out of his orneriness, then that will catch up faster then. But
I just have one question. Just one simple question. Why is it that in this country, besides ageism, that they do not give senior citizens jobs because it is well known that there's decline, either cognitive or health. So why the hell can't regular people be trusted to have a job, much less a high power political job, but yet all of Washington is basically a nursing home? Make that make sense? Can somebody please explain to that to me like I'm a 2-year-old? Because it doesn't make any sense. You know?
This is a crossing over card for me. Fights in the government around when he goes going on, so there could be something going on between the Senate and the House at the time that he goes. It will be quick. Could be like a stroke or something that affects the brain. And he's out of it now. He's got dementia now. He doesn't know where he's at. I mean, if he wasn't in a wheelchair, he'd be wandering the hallways,
And yet, where is he? Is he a Walmart greeter? No, he's in the Senate making decisions to screw everybody else over.
Heading up committees.
With millions of dollars a year.
With millions of dollars a year. Like, if you want to keep working, go work for Walmart, be a greeter. Oh, you don't make that much over there, do you? No.
You can be a greeter at the cemetery.
Yeah, come on. You look half dead anyways.
So Israel's been having swarms of like locusts and something else. I forget what it was. And
they had bees.
No, they had bees at the White House. They had a huge swarm of bees at the White House where the press gathers.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Is God sending them a message?
Listen, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm giving props to the Etsy witches because they've been cursing this entire administration since day one. So it's got to catch up someday.
Crows is the other thing. Thank you, Arison. The crows in Israel. Crows and locusts.
Probably from all the dead bodies. Crows are carrion birds. They, eat the dead.
At the White House, murder of crows. At the White House, it was bees. So are they being sent a message? Is the universe trying to tell them?
I'm telling you, it's those Etsy witches. Those Etsy witches, whoever got paid to do that thing on Charlie Kirk. Them Etsy witches.
What you getting, Becca?
Etsy witches. Somebody wrote down the names and a spell on a piece of paper, did an enchantment for change. There's a few women, working together as a team to take away. So I'm going to say it's the Etsy witches, not God. Get them, Etsy witches. Get them.
What you getting, Johnny?
I didn't know, but I pulled oracle cards and I will give the message, though. There is a knowing. I think we can all see that this is not the way to go because it's self-destructive. No matter what it is that you do to someone else, that will come back to you at some point. So when you bomb someone else's country, when you try to steal their land, when you ethnic cleanse, when you genocide, when you do all these different types of things, that comes back at some point. America may be having its reckoning now because remember, this is a country built by slaves on top of the bodies of people who were here already. And so it's coming back to you. So there will be more.
This is an attack. This is my card for a higher being, God, whatever you want to call it. Y'all need to get your shit together. You need to come together globally. And yes, strong message. And he's like watching this destruction. He's also saying Kamala got more votes. As my mama used to say, I brought you into this world, I can take you out. So there's a new website called leavingmaga.org. Here, let me just share screen for a second. leavingmaga.org. This is their founder, Rich. I forget what his last name is. They have, people who have left MAGA. They have a support group for people who have family or friends that are MAGA. They've got the teams. They've got all these people trying to help you. And basically, it says, I was a devoted member of MAGA Nation for 7 years. It made me feel like I was a part of something important, a movement that was trying to save American democracy. But starting in 2021, I realized I had been mistaken. It took me a full year to finally break away. During that time, I came to understand that MAGA is sustained by a series of myths that are intended to create perpetual feelings of desperation and panic. So basically a cult, right? And he goes on, it tells them, I understand your reasons for supporting MAGA and everything and Trump, but how it's unsettling when you're leaving and everything. And that's what this website's for. He's basically helping people get out of a cult. I want to know, is this going to grow? Because they've been having MAGA voters calling into C-SPAN saying, I'm so sorry. I voted for this man 3 times. He's awful. It's like, yeah, took you this long to figure it out?
Listen.
But leavingmaga.org.
It makes me happy. While it makes me happy to see people finally coming back to reality, roll up your sleeves and get to work, because you helped create this problem. There is a difference between I'm sorry I did this and I'm sorry I did this. How do I get to work to fix it? See what I'm saying? So
the website's doing 2 things. It's helping people who are feeling insecure about leaving MAGA but are on the fence, and so it's to help them kind of get out of the cult. But it's also, they have support groups for those who have family or friends that are MAGA. It does 2 things. So check out the website. Is in the chat there talking about it.
I'm going to say yes, it does. Bear in mind that I said it before, I'm not a person of second chances. You should be, though, because people need a little grace. Everyone does, because everyone falls short of it, right? So my whole problem always has been that the Republican Party, period, did nothing but sow the otherism. They're coming to get you, panic and fear. Never mind Donald Trump and MAGA. They've been doing this for 1 billion years. You should have seen it then. And then when he came along, he's always been racist. He's always been a pig. He's always been gross. And you looked at that and said, yeah, I'll vote for it 3 times anyway. That's why I have such a hard time with the open arms theory and saying, oh, just come on. But anyway, but what I got was the Star and the Empress. So those are the first 2 cards. Very, 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 very positive for your growth. Word of warning, though, another growth card, 7 of Pentacles, which means it could be slow in certain areas when you are trying to reap the harvest. Sometimes this is something that's not just a spiritual lesson, but it's a life lesson, period. Sometimes you are just the seed planter, you are not the harvester. And so all you can do is all you can do. And then that person will come around eventually and someone else will reap the harvest or pull them out of the cult. So just keep in mind that everybody can't be saved. So when you go out there and you try, everybody's not going to walk away from it. But there is the walking away card in the environment. So they will get a lot of people actually going towards the leaving the MAGA thing. The one thing they should focus on too is the people who are uncomfortable with making the leap publicly or making the leap period because of what someone else may think. Oh, now you're abandoning Trump in his hour of need type of thing. So I think this is going to grow.
I agree. There's a lot of regrets out there, and people have been thinking about this for a long time. It'll be slow growth at first, and then I get it's like overwhelming people talking about it. So, and this is global too. Yeah. So other countries that have the MAGA mentality. What you got, Rebecca?
The other countries that have the MAGA mentality have been getting pushed by bots on social media, which is another reason that all these tech oligarchs and everything need to get the crap regulated out of them. Is it going to grow? Yes. Passionate hope suffers. Passionate hope causes pain. Passionate hope causes suffering, depression, pain, all of it. So yeah, you got sold a bag of shit at the bullshit buffet, and you went back for seconds and thirds, and here you are holding the bag. What did you get out of it? What did you get? You got higher gas prices, unemployment, and higher food prices, and no Medicare, hospitals shutting down, and a war. And then he turns around and says, I don't care about your problems. I don't think about it in the slightest.
In an economy that's not growing, so if you're laid off, good luck finding a job.
So
that was very bold. I don't really care about their finances.
You know what though? I am surprised it took him this long. And I don't know if it's part of me really thinks that it's the dementia that is messing with his frontal lobe so much that there is no longer a filter and it just comes out. That it just comes out. At this point, I'm just waiting for him to start dropping the N-word on live television.
Maybe it's the Uranus in his whatever house. He's just gonna throw it all out there.
Mm-hmm. And how many MAGA heard that and said, "Oh, he didn't mean that. That's not what he meant." Look, my car used to take $36 in gas. Now it takes $120. Good job, Trump. like I got more gas in the same tank of gas. Like it's just I don't know.
So Trump sued the IRS, for $10 billion for leaking his tax documents and stuff, and the whole reason he did this because Congress should be the ones who say, yes, we approve of this to spend on the budget to fund this, right? Well, in suing, now the DOJ can settle out of court with Trump and give him $10 billion. Is Trump going to get his $10 billion settlement? Because I think a lot of people in this country who are struggling to make ends meet and have no health care and having trouble with their jobs and cost of living and everything, I think people would lose their mind if he got a $10 billion settlement.
There is two congressmen people, I forget who, that proposed a bill. I think Elizabeth Warren was one of them. But they proposed a bill that the president, whoever it is, cannot collect money from the government through a lawsuit. And I don't know whatever happened to the bill. I'm pretty sure it didn't pass, but there was a bill put out there. I forget who put that together, though.
We're struggling. You don't care that we're struggling, and you're going to take our tax money.
Mm-hmm.
You and your rich cronies. I don't think so.
I don't get 10 billion. They don't seem like they're giving them something, though. The 9 of Pentacles is in the environment. The 6 of Wands is there, too. So victory after a fight. There's the Ace of Pentacles as well, and the Queen of Pentacles, America card. So they're giving him something. But the Emperor is burdened, so I don't think it's going to be $10 billion. But to get 10 cents is ridiculous. So there's that. Can I sue the IRS? They're bothering me too.
I get Republicans, because America won't stand for this. I get Republicans maybe trying to temper him on this until after the elections, because they know they're going to get burdened during the elections. The corruption is blatant. It's blatant. So far, the only Republicans I've heard of have been like, oh, yeah, he can do that. They're going to get killed in the election.
Okay, it was Raskin, Warren, Schumer. They introduced the bill. This was back in April. I just looked at it. Ban President Plunder of Taxpayer Funds Act.
So let's look at that. Will this bill get passed?
The ban.
Yeah, he's also wanting to give money, and he said that from day one. He wants to give money to the January 6ers. He already pardoned. A bunch of them were already back in jail. They don't need money. They're in jail. Already as taxpayers paying their cost of living. Will this bill pass? There's only so much you can burden taxpayers. I mean, yeah, Trump and Stephen Miller and all those guys, they think they can wear us down. It's like, no, you get us madder and madder and madder. We'll take you out of that White House.
We will outlast them. I get the Star and the Nine of Wands, so it will be very tough to get it passed, but sometime in the future, yes, with the Star and the Nine of Wands, and it ends in the Four of Pentacles, a very, very narrow vote type of thing, because the Devil and the Five of Wands are there, so, corruption and politics.
Yep. I'm getting the same thing. They're not quite there yet. Devil and Five of Pentacles. They're not quite there. Not quite enough. But they will get enough support for this in time. So maybe it's post-election. Bring it up again. Return, bring it up again. Harvest the boots.
There you go, Trump. You can have some of those. That's worth 10 billion Kit Kats.
So now that he's had just a dismal failing in Iran, in a war that nobody wanted, dismal failings in China, dismal failings, Venezuela, everything he's done. He's, as Johnny always says, he's Medusa. You look at him, you're going to be destroyed. Now he's talking about Cuba next. Which, is much closer to American soil. I think Cuba is like 90 miles from
Miami.
Key Largo area, and the Keys down in Florida. Is he going to go after Cuba next? Because going after Cuba, a lot of people that left Cuba came here because they didn't like the Fidel Castro, and now his brother's running it, right? So in order to try to get Hispanic votes back after his whole ICE debacle.
Fidel Castro's brother, Raul, he's not running Cuba. It's some other guy. Some other
I was going to say he'd be too
president.
old.
And I use that term very loosely. It's some other guy. But Trump is talking about arresting Raul, who's like 80-something, 90-something years old.
Yeah. He's up there.
So is he on American soil?
No,
Now, how are you
he's
going to
in
arrest
Cuba.
him?
didn't stop him from taking the guy in Venezuela, Maduro.
That's
And we
very cool.
have Guantanamo Bay right there, next to Cuba. So
And let me remind you all, Cuba right now is in a freaking crisis because they have no power at all. No electricity, no nothing in Cuba.
food
right now.
shortages because of Trump, because he put an embargo on. Now, what they're trying to say is that Cuba got a whole bunch of drones from Russia. Well, that's propaganda bullshit. Cuba doesn't even have enough food in the country. What the hell are they going to do with, like, they've never been a threat.
And if they did, big deal. I mean, we got a president that is the puppet of Russia. So
they're a tiny little country. Like, what the hell would they mess with the U.S. military for? No.
Will he go after? I'm saying he's going after already. It's just, I mean, don't look at warfare as bombs and guns. The Page of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So those in charge. Page of Pentacles would be your resources that you need, agreements and things of that nature. Three of Pentacles is collaboration, so it's not just him. And the Nine of Pentacles is luxuries and riches and lots of money, or lots and lots of things that could accumulate to be lots and lots of money. Nine of Cups in the World, this has already started pretty much. So will they go after, just not militarily, but there's already a collaboration to control money or resource or something like that. So it's not just him. It's
Well, somebody pull out Project 2025 and look it up to see where Cuba is, because it's part of the plan. And what he's saying, they've already negotiated terms within that little circle. So he's basically just talking in circles, but they're negotiating or discussing. It's something of value. And it's not money and it's not resources, but it's something of value in Cuba that they want. So, because Cuba doesn't really have anything. Sugarcane, that's about it. So, and you can get that from Florida. So they're committed to getting something of value. And they've already had meetings and talked about it. But somebody pull up Project 2025 and do a word search about, Cuba. I bet you it's
Cuban cigars.
well, not even, and you know what this whole thing about, and I say this as a Cuban cigars are not all that great, because the Dominican Republic has just as good cigars. I think the only reason why Cuban cigars get the hype that they get is because it's the forbidden fruit. You can't get it. You can't get it, so.
They're saying it in the chat. My thoughts are the tourism traffic, because you got all the beaches. It's an island. Like, so let's put more Trump hotels and stuff down there, that kind of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Unfinished work tells you it's already started. It's already going on. So he's trying to put a different spin on how the world looks at America, and he's manipulating, the spin. He's they've got drones or whatever. He's trying to put fear in people again. It's all lies. It's all propaganda. People he's partnered with. It's all bullcrap. But yeah, he'd go in there in a heartbeat.
For people in the chat about Cuba, I've never been because I can't for my job, but all of my family is from Cuba. And in order to have all the luxury that these clowns want, you have to redo the entirety of that island, because that country is stuck in 1952. They have not advanced at all. It's like time just froze in Cuba. The infrastructure is failing. They rarely have clean water. There's barely any freaking food in that island, So it's you have to revamp the entire island in order to turn it into a resort for the rich. You know,
but look what they're doing in Gaza. And they basically already did it in Puerto Rico. All these expensive resorts going into Puerto Rico.
That's different. Puerto Rico is not exactly a state, but it's property of the United States.
Right.
You know what I mean?
These wealthy people know how to go in there and build luxury resorts out of.
But they would have to redo
crappy areas.
The entire infrastructure on that whole entire island would have to be redone from the ground up.
Yeah.
And who's going to pay for it? Because the rich don't pay for their own shit. They don't. Are you going to get the poorest of the poor in Cuba to pay for it? That ain't going to happen. Those people are trying to figure out where to get eggs.
Saudi Arabia will pay for it.
It's not that big a deal to them to do that, or otherwise they would have left Gaza Strip alone.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been seeing a lot of stuff about the Greater Israel Project. And the reason why Netanyahu wants Gaza and all the surrounding countries as part of the Greater Israel Project for, not so much the rich, but so much for expansion. Of Israel. Mm-hmm.
So this morning there were 2 explosions, one in, I think it was UAE, and the other in Israel near nuclear power plants. Israel's saying it was a controlled explosion, but everybody else suspects that it's Iran bombing them. So, Israel, did you do your own controlled explosion at a factory?
What were you blowing up?
Yeah, at a nuclear power plant. Like, that's where you're storing...
Controlled explosion. Okay.
Controlled my butt, that's right. It had a mushroom cloud. It was... Dubai, was Dubai the other country? I can't remember if it was UAE or Dubai or where.
I don't get this came from the outside, but I don't get it was done on purpose, though, either. There's the 3 of Swords. This is from your side. Like a rebel type of thing, or someone on your soil, homegrown terrorist type of thing.
Is it a false flag kind of thing?
Because I got these 8 of Swords and the 6 of Cups. This comes from someone familiar, someone that is on your soil. So I don't see this being Iran.
I'm getting the same thing, like someone you know, someone you're friendly with. Here's the explosion, somebody you've worked with. And it's a betrayal, though. Why is it a betrayal if it's done by somebody you know?
Someone betrayed them, or maybe they were in their military and like a homegrown terrorist type of thing. You're supposed to be on our side. And
I mean, it's a power play. I'm getting that, but it's like, did they not clear out the factory before they did it? And, just like Gaza, like just, okay, we don't care if anybody dies during this. That's another way to ask this. Why did they do this? It wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't something like a car bomb, like a vehicle. Something is not right with this.
I get a bunch of people, like some sort of group or sale, but I just get the death and 9 of wands. I wanted to cause harm. But
Yeah, somebody they wanted dead. Somebody they wanted to take out. Blow it up. I have to think about that. There's another way to ask this, and I'm not thinking of it.
Ask if the resistors did it. If the resistors did it. And I don't trust Souls R Us. I don't trust anything that comes out of It's Not Real. Because they have a madman that's just as bad as Trump running the show.
Yeah, you can't trust anything
I
out of
don't
our.
trust anything that comes out of that country at all. Netanyahu is batshit crazy.
this is like a group of soldiers or former soldiers or something like that, not mercenaries. Because Knight of Wands is my card for an officer, military officer of some kind, any kind of branch. But this person with the magician has power over them or influence, I'll say it that way. They are defending or calling themselves defending or defenders or something of that nature. And it's growing too. So there's more of them, or will be, with the 7 of Pentacles. And so even if this is not, oh, there's the mercenary on the bottom. So they are freelancing too, or hiring people or something of that nature. But I think it's a little small cell of like former soldiers or resistors or something like that.
Getting it again, so like a vehicle bomb, so like drone or car bomb or something along that line. There's money behind this. This is done by a group that feels extremely burdened by what's going on in Israel and is wanting to bring healing. There's going to be more of these. There's going to be more targets. So Trump last week was saying at one event, Marco Rubio or JD Vance, and getting the crowd to applaud to see who got a louder applause. Like, as if he's asking, like, who should be on the next ticket.
He's still on The Apprentice.
Yeah. Like, who's got the louder ticket? Where is JD Vance now on all of this?
Where is he at now on all of what?
All of the Trump crap and his lunacy and the war and everything else. Is he still toeing the line, or because when he goes, like he went to a rally while Trump was in China, very small turnout and very little applause for his talking points.
You have a war and a failing economy. Stop doing pep rallies. Get to work.
Do something for us.
Say it again louder for the people in the back, Johnny.
Jesus Christ.
That's the simplest way to put it. You have a war and a failing economy. Get back to work.
I mean, you have no time to be doing Spirit Day at school right now.
But this is an administration run a la reality TV. If we just say enough bullshit, people will believe us. You know, like it's a crapshoot.
I get JD Vance is doing what he's told. The Nine of Wands and the Knight of Cups, he knows that the image is all that's important to Donald Trump, and he is pressured to stand there. Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups, he can't walk away. He is bound. Well, he can. You always have a choice. But he can't walk away. Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers, because he's paid for, mind you. Very expensive. Six of Wands, he's just waiting his turn, or waiting until Barry's turn, but he's waiting for somebody's turn there with the Six of Wands, but he's not going to be president by vote. I'll say it that way. He goes nowhere.
He thinks he's getting it soon.
He thinks he's moving in soon.
He thinks he and Usha are getting the job soon. Like within a month. They're already talking about it, making plans. They're
measuring.
Pack your bags, you're moving. They're already talking about moving into the White House.
This right here is a change of residence. So right here, he's being very trusting and friendly and kind and licking the boots and sniffing asses where he has to. He's ready for a fresh start and a new beginning that was promised for him to move into the residence. So he's just biding his time. He could care two craps about Trump or anybody. He's just wanting to move in here. And like Johnny said, he doesn't get in via vote.
By default.
I wouldn't be surprised if JD Vance dreams of staff slipping something into Trump's McDonald's. Like, I don't know, arsenic or something, you know? I bet you he fantasizes about it.
Just put a vitamin in there. That would kill Trump.
Give him, don't skip
something healthy.
Skip the fake lettuce from McDonald's and put some spinach in there. Spinach or kale. It'll kill him on the spot. He's allergic.
So Zelensky got nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, Lord, no.
Trump didn't.
Oh, goodness.
He took it from that lady, remember?
But,
oh, my goodness.
But Zelensky got nominated, so what's Trump thinking?
That doesn't kill Donald Trump, nothing.
You know, he's ended 8 wars since he became president. 8 wars in a year. It's like, dude, you've started 3.
And Jen, what's phenomenal about that? 8 wars, and the stupid bastard couldn't even tell you what country we're in, much less point to them on a map.
Yeah.
With the words written on them. He couldn't.
Mind you, this is the same administration that imposed tariffs on an island full of penguins. Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 4 of Wands, and the Devil. He is losing his mind. He doesn't understand 7 of Wands, 4 of Wands, why he is not the king of the castle. Because naturally, it's all about him. Always will be. So it's eating him alive. So we may hear a whole speech again about how he needs to have a Nobel Peace Prize. And mind you, Zelensky doesn't have one. He's just nominated and he's still losing his mind. Give it to him. That way he'll lose it and it leaks out the side of his ears.
Melania, go get it for me. Take it from him. He is jealous. He is pea green with envy. He's jealous.
He's going to try to get it. He's going to try to take it from him like he took it from the woman. See?
Yeah.
Promise, opportunity, or hope, friend, knowledge, and then a woman. He's going to try to take it from him like he took it from the woman. I swear, somebody just punch him in the throat just one time. And I bet you Zelensky could take him out. I mean, the guy's like, he's got kinkles the size of a refrigerator. He shits his pants every day. I bet you, because they had to take out the baby stairs for him to get on Air Force One. You've seen those, the little baby steps. He can't use the big stairs anymore. He's got to use the little kid stairs now.
I've seen him throw a punch. He can't fight.
No.
I'm waiting for the chairlift to take him up.
You know? I mean, all you got to do is just snatch his wig and run. He would die right there.
Well, I don't know if you saw the
Back his
pictures
way.
of him with the wind blowing, how bald he is. It's
Oh,
awful.
God. Can you imagine Trump? I've seen the AI pictures of him without his makeup and the dead possum on his head, and it's just atrocious. Like, dear God. That man's ugly on the inside and out, you know? Mm-mm.
So, Project 2025, Heritage Foundation, all those guys, do they have any regrets about getting Trump in? Or are they okay because he's doing everything that Project 2025 wanted to do?
Nope, right on track. The world, the Six of Pentacles, so they're getting what they want there. There's success and achievement. The Six of Pentacles is gifts and things of that nature, something going in their favor. The Eight of Cups, they are looking towards the new project or the new horizon there. The Two of Cups, more deals. And the Seven of Swords, schemes and scams.
Thank you, Acadian. I get they feel burdened and they're looking for who they can move on to. Trump has betrayed them somehow. Now, these guys are messing with the economy, and I don't think these oligarchs, because they're all stupid, they didn't invent all their things that they're selling. I don't think they realize, you jack up the economy, you're not going to have the money. You're going to lose a ton of money.
Well,
I don't have investments in AI. They're the ones that are going to lose.
Jenny, the CEOs have come out and said, yeah, consumers aren't buying what they used to. We're about to be in big trouble.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen, you morons?
Like,
what the fuck did you think was going to happen?
They know they're going to need bailouts because of him. It's like, okay, so you got a little bunker you can hide in. How's it going to go for you when everything goes to hell in a handbasket, in the economy? We, the people who struggle to make ends meet, will survive because we know how to help each other. Nobody's going to help those guys.
Do they regret getting him in? No. He was a gift that gave them access to stuff that they have always wanted and hoped to get. Are they winning at that? No, because Trump and the Heritage Foundation people keep getting their asses handed to them in court. But he was the access point. So no, they don't regret it. And if it all comes down to crap and they fail, they'll just think of another harebrained idea on how to do it next time. So it's not, these people aren't going to stop. They are not going to stop.
The only thing that'll stop them is when they start losing money and they don't have the money machine to put behind it.
Yes.
I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought? And I'm not an economist by any stretch of the imagination, but even I figured out that when people can't afford to buy your goods and services, your money is worthless. It's worthless.
Survivalist economy. I'm going to buy what I need to survive. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm not doing nothing extra. No luxuries, no trips, no this, no that. Just grocery, go home. Grocery,
Yep.
go home.
Yep.
No movies, no nothing.
Yep.
So for those who saw my thumbnail I used when I posted for questions with Obama wearing the tan suit, um, will Obama wear the tan suit when Barry is successful? Will
Lord,
he
please
wear
do
the
not,
tan
Eddie.
suit to the receiving of friends?
Drag it to hell, Obama. Drag it all the way down to hell.
No, but either one of his children or somebody, because I got the Lovers and the Six of Cups actually, they may stand out some way somehow to where, like kind of like probably like they did at Ivanka's thing or Ivana's thing, to where it was very surprising the way they behaved at their mother's homegoing, as we call it in the South. But the Lovers and the Six of Cups, his family is the one causing some sort of ruckus with the Six of Wands. They want to be seen, or they're going to be the ones to be the standout.
They
Not
better be
the-
getting the hell out of the country once he's gone, because they're going to be in the line of fire.
Is Obama going to wear a tan suit? No, but there's a woman here that. So since she's sitting next to the coffin, I'm thinking maybe. I don't really care. Do you?
Do you?
You know?
Is she going to wear the jacket, Lord?
I mean, Lord, because look, it's a betrayer, a liar, a woman, and then death. So I'm thinking the widow. So maybe
The woman who wears black all the time, for these meetings and stuff. Every time I see her, she's in black. She's going to probably come out in red or something.
You know what? Every time I see her at one of these European events where she's dressed all in black with those ginormous hats, it reminds me of all the novelas on televisión, the Spanish soap operas that are so freaking over the top. I'm like, girl, are you trying to cast for one of those shows? Because I mean, the most, like, sometimes I think that her stylists are clowning her, because seriously, who would dress her like that and be like, yeah, you look great?
I get Obama won't go. Okay, one last question. One of Trump's Secret Service guys down in Florida, when he was down there for the PGA thing that drew like a really tiny crowd and was a just dismal failure, one of his Secret Service guys in the hotel they were staying in was naked in the hallway jerking himself off in the hallway.
God.
It was caught on security cameras and was drunk and disorderly, and it was Secret Service. It wasn't Pete Hegseth. It wasn't Two Eyes. What's his name?
Cash Patel.
Wasn't them. It was a Secret Service guy, drunk on duty. Even if you're not like on duty, you can't drink when you're there to watch the president, right? Jerking off on camera. Is he going to face any legal ramifications because you were in public in the hallways getting your jollies? Probably get a pardon from Trump.
Birds of a
In the
feather.
hallway of all places. Like, couldn't
The
you
hallway of a public hotel.
couldn't you find a storage closet or something? Like, what the hell, man?
I get the
Yeah.
Sun, which is a yes, and then the Five of Cups, which is regret, and the Six of Pentacles, which has the scales on it there too. But there's something given to him to where he doesn't get the full brunt of the ball, though. Four of Pentacles, it's reduced some way, somehow there. So because I guess he's not some serial offender or all this other type of stuff, but he gets some sort of favoritism.
I get he keeps his job. There's the job, employment, success. stability. He'll
Yeah.
keep his job.
He gets an offer. He gets a pardon from Trump. Yeah, go have a good time. Do whatever you want, bully people, whatever you want. Republicans, all these guys. You want to go on Grindr. It's the public that doesn't accept this. So.
So Jenny, can I ask one last question? I know we're at the 2-hour mark, but one last question.
Sure.
So Dementia Donnie has been wanting to they erected a statue of him, the gold statue at Mar-a-Lago. We read on that on Johnny's channel last week. He wants the Arc de Trump. He wants the ballroom. He put his goddamn orange freaking face on the passes for federal parks. So I am not getting a pass until that bastard's face is off of it. Okay.
Also offering it for passports.
Putting it on passports. He wants his face and his signature on $100 bills now too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's memorializing himself like a dictator everywhere.
before he's even dead.
Yeah, before he's even dead. So is his face going to get put on currency?
That's a bad omen.
Huh?
I said that's a bad omen. I don't really believe in good luck, bad luck, but I wouldn't do that. Because you have to be dead.
I mean, in the UK, they do that. They put the Queen was on their currency on the pounds and stuff.
But that's different.
That's over there.
Yeah, but here, you got to be long gone before they put you on a currency.
Now, mind you.
I mean, hey, dude, if it's a voodoo spell he's doing on himself, by all means, go ahead.
By the way, Kash Patel also wasted a bunch of taxpayer dollars going scuba diving, snorkeling down there at Pearl Harbor. And basically, let me snorkel over a graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go have a great
families can't even go there, but he pulled some sort of privilege and went snorkeling in a graveyard.
So will he put his face and his signature on currency? Hey man, at least he shut the fuck up about Mount Rushmore.
I don't think so. 6 of Cups and the moon, whoever's there stays there. And Benjamin Franklin wasn't a president either, but he was important to American history. Donald Trump is important to American history too, just in the opposite direction. But I get no, he will not be on there.
I get it's a hope, a wish, and a dream. There's the currency, money, prosperity, abundance, widespread hope, like memorializing. But it's a hope, not reality. A hope and a dream.
There's a grifter, he'll probably grift some kind of coin. Well, he did have a coin, a Trump coin, right? Mm-hmm. I get it sticks right now, the currency the way it is. Justice on that, because Americans wouldn't tolerate it. They'd look into it like, why are you doing that?
How many Americans can have a $100 bill right now?
And because of the polls, when he crosses the River Styx, there will be parties and celebrations. There will be no commemorative anything.
Nope.
His face, he's coming off of Kennedy Center. His little arch. He will not be on anything.
What I'll do for you, Donald Trump. I'll put your face on Johnny Bucks.
You know what? His face will be on? His face will be on every single toilet paper worldwide so people can wipe their asses with it. That's where his face is going to be.
There you go.
Whole yam tits on Johnny Bucks.
Congratulations.
Well, just a reminder, Johnny's birthday's Saturday. He'll be going live sometime on Saturday, so watch for that. We'll be on Becca's channel, House of Lenormand, next Sunday night. And we usually post for questions on Saturday, Friday, or Saturday, whenever we remember. Thank you all. And Yeah, we got a lot of cleaning up to do after this guy's out. We got to clean up the reflecting pool that he's trying to make look like a swimming pool.
But first, when he dies, we're all going on a bender. We're all going on a freaking week-long bender. And I don't even drink. Okay. Get him, Barry. Get him.
Get him, Barry.
I am manifesting that shit. Whoever that Etsy witch that did Charlie Kirk, do him too. I mean, come on. Come on.
Whoever's sending the murder of crows and locusts, witches, they need to get on it. Well, thank you all, and we will see you next Sunday.
Bye, everybody.